If you're a fan of high-octane basketball, this one was an absolute must-watch. Cade Cunningham lit the court on fire, Giannis Antetokounmpo flexed his MVP muscle, and both teams traded blows in a game packed with momentum shifts, dagger threes, and rim-rattling dunks. This wasn't just basketball, it was a war of wills. Make sure you subscribe to Basketball Insider USA, your support keeps the channel going strong, and we've got full highlight breakdowns like this all season long. The Pistons wasted no time establishing a rhythm. J.D. Davison came off a clean repost and knocked down an effortless mid-range jumper to get things started. After a quick screen, he showed his agility by slicing straight to the rim and finishing with a beautiful left-handed hook on the run. Milwaukee, always dangerous from deep, countered with Kyle Kuzma launching from well beyond the arc as the shot clock wound down, nothing but net. But the Pistons kept pressing. Corey Joseph stepped into a three-pointer with confidence and buried it, forcing the defense to rethink their spacing. And when Kevin Porter Jr. checked in, you could feel the tension. His off-court reputation followed him, but on the hardwood, he made an immediate impact, attacking the rim in transition and finishing strong at the cup. Tim Hardaway Jr. added to the early scoring flurry with a smooth pull-up jumper. But the spotlight belonged to Cade Cunningham, who operated like a maestro. He pushed the tempo, found JD in the corner, and then made the perfect swing pass to Simone Fontecchio, who drained a three with beautiful form. That sequence screamed chemistry and poise. Brook Lopez answered with a gentle floater inside, but it was clear that Detroit had momentum. Heek Thazley knocked down a deep triple, and Cade once again carved up the defense, this time slithering past Porter Jr. and laying in a smooth finger roll off the glass. AJ Green came off the Milwaukee bench and immediately showcased his pure shooting stroke, knocking down his first attempt. Giannis, as usual, made his presence felt, powering through contact to get a bucket inside and cut into Detroit's early lead. As the first quarter drew to a close, Dennis Schroeder calmly rose and drilled a three over a sagging defender, closing out the period with the Pistons holding a narrow edge. Giannis started the second quarter with aggression. Taking the ball coast to coast, he exploded into the paint and finished a tough layup through contact, reminding everyone why he's one of the league's most unstoppable forces. But Cade Cunningham, he wasn't about to let the game slip away. In one dazzling sequence, Cade went behind the back to lose his defender, stopped on a dime, and drilled a three-pointer from beyond the arc with Brook Lopez in his face. The crowd erupted. The Pistons continued to move the ball well. Brian Rollins knifed into the lane and laid it in through a tangle of bodies. Cade then fed JD again, who floated in a silky left-handed hook. It was textbook execution: drive, collapse the defense, dish, and finish. Bobby Portis kept the Bucks close, cleaning up a transition miss and scoring inside. Cade answered right back, stepping into another deep three with Lopez trailing just a step too late. Swish. Pure confidence. The Pistons were riding their star. Milwaukee tried to slow the pace, but Cade was too quick. He turned on the Jets in transition and threw down a thunderous dunk that tied the game again. Detroit was on a 12-3 run and showing no signs of backing down. Just before halftime, Porter Jr. hit a tough jumper under pressure, and Brook Lopez missed a long-range attempt at the buzzer. The Pistons walked into the locker room with their heads held high, and Cade Cunningham already having one of the best halves of his season. The Bucks came out of the break firing. Gary Trent Jr. stepped into a catch-and-shoot three and nailed it. But Detroit kept clawing. Cade made another move into the paint, using a slight hesitation dribble before floating it off the glass and in. Giannis answered with a powerful two-hand slam that made the backboard tremble. Brook Lopez followed that with a three from the top of the key, reminding everyone of his ability to stretch the floor. Detroit responded again. Kuzma drained a three in stride, staring down the bench on his way back down. The Bucks capitalized on a Cade turnover when Portis took it coast to coast for an easy layup. But Schroeder steadied the Pistons, penetrating the lane and floating in two soft buckets in back-to-back possessions. Giannis continued his highlight reel. On a beautiful lob from Porter Jr., he threw down a vicious alley-oop that silenced the Detroit crowd. But the Pistons refused to be rattled. Beasley caught a kick out in the corner and drilled a three to tie things up as the crowd roared again. This game had the feel of a playoff battle by the time the fourth rolled around. Giannis went back to work, drawing double teams, then finding Bobby Portis under the basket for a high-percentage finish. Beasley responded with another corner three, hitting nothing but net. Cade was relentless. He blew past his man, absorbed contact, and floated in a high arcing hook to bring Detroit within striking distance. That basket pushed his total to 36 points on the night. Tobias Harris had a clutch moment, stepping into a long jumper and drilling it to bring the Pistons within one possession. But every time Detroit made a push, Giannis answered. Late in the fourth, he swatted a follow-up attempt by Jalen Duren that looked like a sure lay-in. With under a minute and a half to go, Green hit a critical triple to give Milwaukee breathing room. Schroeder got the ball to Cade in the post, and he hit another hook, but time was running out. Tobias Harris let one fly from the corner that would have tied it, but it clanged off the iron. In the final possession, Beasley caught a clean inbound and rose for the game-tying three. It missed short, and as the Bucks secured the rebound, Giannis couldn't help but flash a finger wag, channeling his inner Mutombo. A shimmy and a grin told the story. This one belonged to the Bucks. An electric night of basketball. Cade Cunningham was sensational with 36 points, leading the Pistons in a fearless fight. Giannis was dominant, controlling both ends of the floor and sealing the win with poise and power. This one had everything: high drama, superstar performances, and a frantic finish. Don't forget to subscribe to Basketball Insider USA. We break down games like no one else. Your support means everything, and we'll be right here with more elite-level NBA breakdowns every single night.